This is the basement map from the last chapter. Ah! You know, I've been watching a lot of medical shows, which is like super ironic, right? Seeing how I am a very sickly type of person. But I came to the realization of something in terms of the whole like commander's promises and all that, like the way the commander like makes promises. There's like a frequent thing in medical shows, and then I like confirmed it with like a nurse friend who was like, that's like basically kind of right. For how like they always go through like at least an episode or like a reoccurring theme. Dr. Zane, shut up. That's like, don't ever promise a patient that like you'll be able to do something, right? Like whenever a patient is like, promise that you'll like be able to like make my mom better or like make my dad like not sick anymore and blah blah blah. Like they never say promise. They always like say something along the lines of like, I'll try my best. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it comes down. Like that's what it comes down to. You know, like there have been multiple people that are like, well, what would you want the commander to do whenever he like promises and blah blah blah? Like what would you want him to do? It's like, it's not a matter of like what he actually does. It's about like what he actually tells them, you know? And like that logic of we'll try our best versus like I promise to do something kind of puts like a different like expectation like out on the table. As a nurse, I can confirm that. Never give false reassurance. That's the term, false reassurance.
Yuni.
Let's go, voice cutscene.
Your punishment has been decided.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to be killed?
That's what I was worried about.
I don't know. The officials will arrive in an hour. Wait here until then.
Is Mihara awake?
I cannot divulge that information.
Has Mihara recovered from her injuries?
I cannot divulge that information.
Oh, let her know. Let me know.
Can't I meet her?
That won't be possible.
Please let me see her. Just once.
I've already told you, that's impossible. You cannot meet anyone until your punishment is carried out. Such is the decree.
Such is the decree from Enoch. But like, is it a reliable decree? I don't even know anymore.
Please, just one more time. Let me see her.
No.
Only for a minute. Just for a brief moment. Just let me see her face.
Mom, let her see her.
In case you've forgotten, you have committed a crime.
I mean, yes.
Many people lost their lives because of you.
Yes.
They, too, had things they wished for.
Ah, jeez.
People whom they wanted to see again.
Oh, damn. This is the route you're taking, Mana?
Now they can no longer meet their loved ones.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So you don't get to meet with anyone either.
Oh, damn. I get it, but also that's effed up. But also, like, I get it, but also, ah!
If you were smart, you would beg for forgiveness from the victims and await your punishment.
From the victims?
I'll see you momentarily.
Oh. As Mana turns to leave, Yuni drops to her knees and grasps at Mana's legs.
I'm sorry.
Ah, jeez.
What are you doing?
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
I've said it a million times by now, but Yuni's story makes me so sad. Because it could have been prevented.
I'll atone for my sins for the rest of my life. I'll never stop begging for forgiveness.
Get up.
Even if I don't get to see her, just tell her one thing. One sentence, please.
I said get up.
I'll accept any punishment. No matter what happens to me, I won't challenge it. Denounce me, curse me, beat and torture me. I'll accept any punishment that's given to me, and I'll do whatever I'm told. Because I've sinned. I know this. I've taken other people's loved ones away from them. It was wrong. So wrong.
What do you want to tell her?
I'll spend the rest of my life begging for forgiveness, even if I have no hopes of ever receiving it. Just please, let me say one thing to Mihara. Just one thing.
Yuni bows her head towards the floor and grasps at Mana's legs with sad desperation.
Please, please. Help me. Just this once.
I want to know what she wants to say. It could be a, I'm sorry, I love you, blah, blah, blah.
Fine. I'll hear you out. What is it that you want to say?
Oh my effing god. The name of it is called Wordless. If I don't ever get to learn what she was going to say, I'm going to lose it by the end of this. If they are going to freaking dangle that over my head this entire time. Shift up, bald man.
How are you feeling?
Mihara!
Good. No issues with my vision, hearing, smell, taste, or touch.
Any headaches?
None whatsoever. The doctors did such a great job treating me that I don't feel any pain at all, unfortunately.
Unfortunately? Well, why would you say such a thing?
Oh, Pepper, I'm confused too.
Your brain damage was so severe that it was almost impossible to regenerate with the nymph alone. Why do you think you were taken to the repair center immediately after being deployed from the Bacillus Research Institute?
Pepper's the one who got buffed in one of her skins, isn't she?
That's how serious the situation was.
I guess.
What the... Why are you being so nonchalant? You should be taking this more seriously.
It's already happened to her. Is that all you remember about Pepper? I mean, I haven't seen her a whole bunch in the game. So yes, this is how I remember characters. You should be happy that I remember her at all because of one strange fact.
If you ask me, you should be resting at the repair center for a while longer. Why did Miss Silas suddenly request you to return in such a hurry?
In her other skin? It's not the only thing I remember about her, but there's so many Nikkes that some of them I have to remember a really random strange thing to tie it with the other information. With Peppers, it's that.
The higher-ups probably believe that they've allowed me ample time. Usually, we're asked to return straight after being deployed. The fact that they allowed me to visit the repair center in the first place is already quite generous. Through the data I received, I've learned what kind of person I was in the past. From the records stored in Nymph, I've also recalled how to use my abilities. I'm also not feeling any pain. So I think it's time to get back to work.
If you feel even the slightest bit of pain, be sure to come straight to the hospital, okay? It doesn't matter what time of day.
Yes, yes. I understand.
Honestly.
You should really try and take this a little more seriously, Mihara. Even though a new nymph was used to regenerate the old data, since the brain itself was physically damaged, we are still unsure as to whether there will be any side effects.
Okay, okay. Thank you for the clarification / reminder that her brain itself was physically damaged.
Even while we were conducting surgery, the nymph thought it was being physically attacked at one point and went wild.
What the hell? What does that look like?
If there are still parts of your brain which have sustained damage, we might not be able to treat them, depending on the severity.
What does that mean?
So, if you feel any pain at all, you must come to us immediately. Understood?
All right, yes. I'll keep that in mind. Don't you two worry yourselves too much.
Fine. If I keep belaboring the point, I'll just be nagging you, so I'll stop here.
I wonder how far back her memories go this time.
Thanks for taking care of me.
Is it like using the same backup as before?
Don't mention it. We're doctors. Taking care of patients is what we do.
That's right.
I will say Pepper's eyes might low-key be one of my favorites in the game. Because they're like very galaxy. Like they're really, really pretty.
Well, you're quite the skilled doctors.
Oh, by the way, Mihara. When you return to Macilla's, are you going to visit her?
Yes. I need to go see her. Yuni.
She may not remember a lot, but she remembers Yuni. And that's enough for me, question mark.
Hello there.
Nanomachines went on defense mode in OR. That's what I'm saying. Like, did they get attacky in just her brain, or like also physically on the table?
I believe I've seen you in the data.
Oh,
Mana, was it?
Yes,
Tiny Armstrong fighting the scaffold.
that's right. I heard you were sent to the repair center.
Hey, yo, wait a minute, Mana. Don't you have a message?
How are you feeling?
A message to deliver?
Much better now, thanks to the good doctors.
Glad to hear it. As I'm sure you're aware, Syuen sent an urgent summons for you.
I heard it was because she wanted me to quit lazing about and get back to work.
Excuse me, ma'am? Aren't you, like, still slightly crippled?
Apparently the message was delivered sans filter. That it was. Syuen has ordered that the Wardress squad be put back into action. After it was revealed that the culprits behind this terror attack were Nikke's belonging to Macilla's, our reputation has plummeted. We need results, and we're willing to do anything to achieve them. Therefore, every single one of our available squads, Matisse, MMR, Mighty Tools, Electric Shock.
I totally blinked for a second on who MMR was. I'm staring right at her. I remember now. Mighty Tools, Electric Shock.
They're all being issued one command, and one command only. To fix the company's image by any means necessary.
I forget the scientist people are also, like, actual squad Nikkes. My bad.
I see.
For that reason, the Wardress squad has been ordered to go up to the surface and take down some rare rapture types.
What?
In other words, what we were originally meant to do.
Shut up. Shut up.
Does that mean I no longer need to guard Syuen?
Yes, that's what it was.
According to the data I've received, that appears to have been our primary responsibility.
In light of everything that has occurred, that will no longer be necessary.
Makes sense. She was harmed by those who should have protected her. I can see why she doesn't want to keep us around anymore.
How do so many of y'all even recognize the beep? I literally was like, oh, that's an interesting little beep sound. I feel like that's, oh my gosh. I'm just gonna not. I'm gonna not. I'm computer illiterate. Every PC gamer encounters their greatest nemesis sooner or later.
I apologize for asking something so obvious.
No, it's fine.
When should we head to the surface?
As soon as possible. Within a week at the latest.
Got it. I should hurry and go see Yuni.
Okay.
Are you not gonna
Can I ask you to show me the way?
deliver the message? Well, I guess you can ask her yourself.
Is it okay for Yuni to be outside? Didn't Syuen oppose it?
That's my question.
Like I told you, we have to achieve results by all the means at our disposal.
Okay, Otto, not gonna lie, is a little too fast for me. My brain needs like a second longer to process.
It would appear that using Yuni was deemed more advantageous than keeping her confined.
Typical Bacillus.
How does that work?
Besides, she has already been punished.
Okay.
Punished?
She's a terrorist who caused unprecedented casualties.
Did she
A
get
danger to society who nearly assassinated a CEO of one of the big three.
But they still want to use her. Did she get a mind wipe too?
It is a grave crime that she committed, and as a consequence of her actions, she is no longer what she used to be.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
Thank you. Mana stops in front of a thick door.
We've arrived. This is where they're keeping Yuni in solitary confinement.
Mana, you're scaring me. What did y'all do?
Go inside.
All right.
What? Yuni! Mihara walks into the room.
What? Who is this?
What the hell is that?
They're too big to be Yuni. Where's Yuni?
What the hell did y'all do to her?
I assure you that we're in the correct location. This is where Yuni is being kept.
Then, could it be?
What the hell is that? Subject 160? It's the fact that they gave her a little heart right here? Like, what the hell? Is she like locked in there, or is this a whole different...
Yuni?
Yes. That person over there is your partner, Yuni.
Hello? What the hell? I'm like trying to process how this is how this is like potentially like better or worse than like just killing her. What did they do?
That's Yuni?
Mihara looks again at the mysterious individual who is alleged to be Yuni. They are a hulking figure bound with various straps and their face covered with a mask. The only semblance of the past Yuni is the pink hair. What the hell? The legs are reminiscent of those of a Rapture's. She doesn't even have feet. Before her stands something neither human, nor Nikke, nor Rapture.
What is this? I thought Yuni was a Nikke.
Like I told you, her appearance has been altered.
As part of her punishment? Is that why she looks like this?
That's correct.
I see.
Like, this just makes me, I don't know, this makes me like uneasy, scared. Because if they're able to do this for someone that they deem like a terrorist and whatnot, like it's the fact that they have the capability of doing this at all. Yuni tilts her head. It's not about Nikke's not having human rights. It's about, like, this is, I don't know, experimentation at its finest, I guess. Something neither human, nor Nikke, nor Rapture.
Can she not speak?
No. All of her language capabilities have been removed. Yuni used her words to perpetrate her crime.
That's right.
As for her appearance, although it is far from typical, she can still be classified as a Nikke. Therefore, her nymph was forcibly reinstalled. However, unless permitted, she will not be able to use any of her unique abilities. Within the Ark, she is permitted only to frequent the Rehabilitation Center and the MMR Research Lab. If, after going up to the surface, she does not return to the Ark promptly and punctually, her head will explode.
Holy crap.
What?
This is not the mana of Wisdom Spring.
Do you see those restraints covering her chest?
Restraints? The one with the heart on it?
Is that a freaking bomb?
Inside that is a bomb with a greater power than the chokers used by Exotic.
You really made her bomb in the shape of a heart?
A bomb?
If she ventures too far from the Ark, or if she doesn't come back and get it swapped out for a new one, it will detonate. So, as I said before, you must not forget to have her report into the Ark regularly, even while she is carrying out a mission.
Yes, I understand.
Mihara looks at Yuni again.
Her legs. Have they fused them with Rapture's parts?
Yes. As you are a squad intended to eliminate Raptures, some upgrades were deemed necessary. She underwent experimental surgery to see if enhancing Nikke's with Rapture parts was possible.
They basically like used the opportunity to try out all kinds of experiments that would like potentially be even too much for their regular experiments on her.
Did Enoch decide that?
No. Ink's decision was to reinstall the removed nymph and have her dedicate the rest of her life to serving humanity to compensate for the harm she caused.
They found a body that no one cared about and decided to have fun. Exactly that. Like, it's not like they treat, you know, the other experiments good, but they really went crazy with the, we probably wouldn't be able to get away with something like this on our usual experiments. But it should be fine with you, right?
At least, that's my understanding of the situation. The order to carry out this surgery came from Jien.
Some people think it would be better if she took over Missile.
Jien?
Ah, right. You've been redeployed, so you wouldn't know.
She seems shady as heck from my little peek of her during Wisdom Spring without seeing this. And this just like adds a whole different level of the insanity that she could do.
Jien is Syuen's half-sister.
Syuen has a half-sister? If Jien is so important, why isn't she mentioned in any official databases?
8 months before Wisdom Spring? It was 8 months before?
She prefers staying out of the public eye. Only those closest to Syuen, like you and the MMR squad, know of her existence. In that sense, her involvement in Yuni's punishment this time is truly an exceptional case.
Why didn't Syuen handle it herself?
Syuen gets a searing headache whenever Yuni is brought up. I heard that Jien reported it to Syuen, but I don't know if she agreed to it.
I see.
Before she was revealed, people were scared of her by just being mentioned. Which is understandable. I'm just like remembering some of the comments from chapter 24 when some people were like, yeah, get rid of her. Get rid of Syuen as the CEO, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't want Syuen to not be the CEO of Missilus. She's bad, but the other options? Like, the other options that could potentially take her spot?
That's all I know. Do you have any more questions?
Does Yuni still have her memories?
You mean before the punishment?
Immediately forgave because she's pretty. I think they're just not looking at like the larger picture. Some people aren't looking at like the larger picture of like, you've seen all the bad things that Syuen's done and you're like, yeah, kill her, get rid of her, blah, blah, blah. But you're not thinking about the larger consequence of who could replace her. Because Syuen is scummy. But the other people of the MMR that we've seen glimpses of are arguably just as scummy, if not scummier. Cough, cough, freaking guy in charge of Anne and Miracle Snow and like other people, like, you know, and it's just like, I feel like at the very least, Syuen probably like wears her emotions on her sleeve, you know? She wears her emotions like very out there, and you would be able to know what she's up to just by that alone. She's not able to like withhold her anger or like whatever. Jien like strikes me as the person who's the exact opposite. That she can keep things like locked down, and then do like even more heinous crap without us like having an indication of it.
Yes.
In the process of reinstalling the nymph, it is common to enact a memory wipe in order to prevent a mind switch. We cannot know for sure if Yuni underwent that process.
You don't know if she gave her a mind. Oh my god.
All the experimental procedures were conducted in secret.
It's so hot. She is. She's very good looking. She's also terrifying.
By a team composed only of GN and those she designated. Not even the MMR researchers could access files on it.
Hides her true emotions like Jian does, but just the other way around. Honestly, that's also a good way of looking at it too. Because from what I've seen, at least of Syuen, there's definitely been moments when I've like talked about how Syuen gives me like the vibes of meaning things, you know, without like outright saying them. Like she uses her attitude and snarkiness and brattiness and meanness as like a defense. Like, because like she just gives the vibes of someone who grew up in like a very unstable like environment and is like a nature versus nurture situation. But I feel like a lot of people see surface level Syuen and like that's all they care to see. They see like the surface level of like what she says and what she does and they're like, she's horrendous, she's horrible, blah blah blah. But like, yes, she's not the best person. She's done crappy things. But I feel like Nikke is the kind of like game where at the very least, you should try to at least question why some of the characters are the way they are. Because like in the overall grand scheme of things, it's gonna probably circle back somewhere.
I see.
Do you have any more questions?
No, I think that's all.
They're using them for a spoiler. Just making sure. Because I know some people, they like see it for the first time and they're like, ooh, what's that? Trust us.
All right, then I'll take my leave.
Thank you for showing me the way.
Mana leaves the room.
Sorry about that. We were talking amongst ourselves and acting like you didn't exist.
Like, at least Syuen can talk when she wants to. Well, she can't talk when she wants to. But, like, she has the option. Sometimes. She doesn't really have the option. But you know what I mean.
We should have been more considerate.
Devil's advocate, Mana did say this was an unusual move for Jian. Mana said that this was an unusual move for her to be involved. Not necessarily for her as a person. Like that could kind of translate to she saw an opportunity and she took it. Versus this is something not on par with something like what she usually does.
My goodness, I haven't even introduced myself yet. Hello, I'm Mihara. You're Yuni, right? I believe we're supposed to be working together. We're a team now, so we should try and get along.
The reason she got involved could be because she's mad about her sister being a target. Technically, yes. Technically, yes. That's not completely off the table. I don't believe that for a second. Okay.
So, what do you like, Yuni?
It'd be oddly sweet if Jian cared that much about Syuen. I feel like if Syuen and Jian had like a better relationship, then like Syuen probably wouldn't be as bratty as she is today. You know, like I don't know. Oh, that sounds kind of panicked.
Huh?
Oh. Oh, is she crying? Are those tears? Does she remember?
Yuni?
Does she have her memories and that's like her in there? Oh my god.
What's wrong? Are you hurt?
Yuni starts writhing and howling.
What's wrong?
I'm petrified to know what her face looks like.
Calm down.
Mihara hugs Yuni tightly. I don't speak bird. Maybe somebody at Happy Zoo does. Yuni stops. I've seen you mess up a word. Who, me? I mess up words all the time. Writhing? That's probably wrong. I don't know. I don't know how to speak. Oh.
Good. That's it. Try and calm down.
I just realized that freaking Mana didn't relay her message. Writing.
Good job. What was that? Were you trying to tell me something?
She has the no face. Face? Low-key, actually.
Huh? Sorry. I can't understand what you're saying.
JP had literal muffled screams.
It feels like she wants to tell me something. But does she even understand what I'm saying?
I feel like she does, and that's the problem.
It almost sounds like she's crying.
Did she not have tears coming out of the mask?
But it also sounds like she's intentionally repeating the same sound over and over. Is it just my imagination? If this is what our communication is going to be like, and we're supposed to be going out on missions together, this could be a problem.
What is she trying to say? The next day, Mihara goes to see Yuni.
Hi, Yuni. How have you been?
Like, she doesn't even have arms. It's not like she can, like, write anything down.
Can you eat? Did you sleep well? Again, that same sound. Is it really just a crying sound? Can't you make any other sounds? Forget it. It's nothing.
The next day.
Hi, Yuni. Have you been well today? We should prepare for the missions we've got to do up on the surface. So why don't we come up with some hand signals today?
With what?
Hand signals just for us. Huh? That sound again. This really is a problem. Communication is impossible like this. And we don't have much time. I will say that you look cuter each time I see you.
Aww. She would love you if you were a worm, Yuni.
Maybe I could try talking to you more.
The day after.
Coo, 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 coo.
Oh.
You're clearly speaking with a deliberate rhythm. I know you're doing more than crying. You're trying to tell me something. Yuni. What are you trying to say? What do you want to tell me? This can't go on. I have to figure this out somehow.
It does look like a straitjacket. This truly be the worm hypothetical? I mean...
Have you ever dealt with wild animals?
Oh.
Excuse me?
Did you say wild animals?
Yeah. Yuni has been fraternizing with some rough customers in the rehabilitation center, so she's become a bit feral.
Interesting way of putting it.
Are you saying that Yuni's demeanor is savage in nature, even around you?
Oh.
To the point where you can't communicate?
That's not it. She can't speak, but she still listens to me. Actually, she's kinda cute.
Oh.
So she listens to you, but you're unable to communicate? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean...
Pepper. Let's not dig too deep into this. I'm sure there are numerous reasons why Mihara chose to use the wild animal metaphor to describe the situation. Isn't that right, Mihara?
Precisely. Thank you for being so considerate.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry for prying without knowing anything.
It's okay. That tells me you're concerned about me. So thanks, Pepper.
Pepper's giving resident energy to Mary's doctor.
Mihara, do you want to speak with the person you're talking about?
No. I think that's impossible for many reasons. Her not being able to speak is a form of punishment.
I see.
That's basically their dynamic.
So, you just want to be able to be understood?
Yes. Just being able to communicate is enough. With how she is now, I can't imagine us being able to carry out missions together.
If communication is your main goal, I think you'd be better off consulting with an animal expert.
An animal expert?
Are we going to Happy Zoo after all?
Have you heard of the Happy Zoo Squad?
Let's go!
I'm pretty sure I've seen their name pop up in some documents. They're a squad formed for the purpose of animal protection.
Who would even specialize in birds? Probably Leona.
That's right. Animals are their specialty, and one of them is especially skilled in handling wild animals.
Oh, you mean Leona? She would definitely be helpful.
I'm so freaking smart.
My thoughts exactly.
Leona?
She's a Nikke who walks around with a super cute and oversized lion.
Come again?
Can't believe they made Yuni a bird and Ian. It's a metaphor! Happy Zoo is only mammals? Yeah, no, but like, Leona's the only one who's like not specialized. Like she's specialized, but she's diverse. From my understanding, it's like Biscuit is like purely dogs, and Nero is like cats, but Leona is like big animals, wild animals, like on the spectrum.
Timmy is the cutest, and he's huge! That makes him even cuter.
Getting a reptile handler, Nikke, is still on the table. Oh? Possibly.
Really? I'd love to meet him in person.
Would you like us to contact Leona?
We're gonna go meet Timmy?
Would that be okay?
Who would be taller?
Of course. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to help. Is your friend able to come out here with you?
Oh.
Sorry, but I don't think that's possible. Leona would have to come to the rehabilitation center.
So she'd have to sign a confidentiality agreement?
Probably.
All right.
It's like we're not quite sure about her limitations on wandering, really. It doesn't sound like she really can.
I'll run it by her and see if she's okay with it.
It sounded like she can only do rehab missions, back and forth.
Thank you. I'll make sure on my end to get approval for a visitor at the center.
Sounds good. I'll contact you when I've got news.
Oh my goodness. I can understand why the rapture shoes Nikke wouldn't be allowed in the public. I think it's a little bit less about the shoes and more about like the everything. To me, it's like it doesn't feel right to punish a wrong with more wrong. That just makes everything worse. And what they did to Yuni was beyond a punishment and into inhumane territory. I can get that. Because I think at the end of the day, well, not the end of the day, potentially, depending on like how else this goes, it's one of those things where like, if you're talking about a society and like what makes a society rather than like an uncontrolled lawless land and all that, right? Then it's how they handle situations, including like their worst ones and stuff. And at least like based on what I'm seeing so far, it's again one of those things where Yuni makes me sad because she was like a situation that like could have been prevented and all that. She did what she did, but she also got her judgment and stuff based on pure, like, they weren't able to do their usual Nikke brain scan thing, you know, to determine if there was like any outlying factors behind her actions. And I think it's telling, you know, in terms of how you treat a prisoner. Like, I think like a society as a whole, how you treat like a prisoner can reflect on the society, if that makes sense. And like, that's why like there's things with like cruel and unusual punishments and like the electric chair and certain like execution methods are like inhumane, you know? And again, if they're doing this to a Nikke, who's to say that they don't try other, like, when does it stop, I guess? When does it stop? How far does it reach? And kind of similar to the conclusion of chapter 24 with the unique evolving thing, you know? Where do the boundaries lie between her judgments and others, and what all like you can get away with? Like, I don't know. It's scary. It's concerning. Because I'm not saying like they would have this situation, but what if you like end up in a situation where you're like falsely accused and there's like all this evidence for you and blah, blah, blah. You know? Something like this? How much is like irreversible? You know? And I don't know. It's like, it's...
Nice to meet you. My name's Mihara.
Leona!
And I'm Leona. This is Timmy.
Oh my gosh, Timmy's on all fours.
Oh my. I've heard a lot about you, Timmy. You're just as cute and cuddly as everyone says.
Oh.
Timmy's a bit shy. Anyway, Mary told me the whole sordid tale. So you want to know how to talk to someone who's become beastly?
Thank you for coming. I know I'm asking a lot of you.
Meh. They are manufactured superhuman entity created to defend the race humanity. If you don't put a good leash, things will get ugly really fast. I'm gonna stop you right there. Because here's the thing. They're manufactured from humans. There was a human there before. Like, they are still have like human brains. We've already seen that the Ark is not against taking a dead human body and then putting them into a Nikke and then doing who knows what to them after they become a Nikke. Like, it's one of those, like, you're not in control of what happens to you after death, you know? And like, the principle of where that line blurs, you know, between, okay, you're starting with Nikkes. Now you're starting to venture into the territory of like half Nikke, part rapture, part human. I think if anything, that blurred line is more less in danger of getting you an Anichiro situation, and well, that is still very much a danger, but more likely to get you a mutated something that like was human, you know, and potentially more deadly. You know, the people who would be the most danger to the Ark would be the ones with grudges, would be the ones who went through like the experimentation, and like the ones who didn't like sign up or consent to like things that the Ark's done to them. Like, Anichiro was messed up, and that came from someone who was unwilling, who wanted to save the Ark. How effed up in the other direction can we get when it's someone who completely spirals in the other direction? Like,
Not at all. In fact, this is quite easy. Now, can you take me to this person you speak of?
also, yes, I think Nikke is full of ship of Theseus situations.
Hi, Yuni. It's me, Mihara.
I think there's just like there's a potential disconnect sometimes when people are like, okay, but these are Nikkes. They fight for humanity. Okay, but like these are Nikkes. That's part of the job description, blah, blah, blah. Like, the fear, I think, should be, if you're going to have a fear of anything, if like none of the other things like don't get you like empathetic, then at least the fear of when do the lines cross over from they don't do it to just Nikkes, you know? Commander's apparently supposedly a test tube baby, and we're still human, question mark, you know?
I brought some guests today. Would you like to come out and meet them?
I don't see Yuni's new form as being super different from being turned into a standard Nikke, aside from the lack of voice. She hasn't undergone a mind switch, so it can't be that bad. I think what really bothers me about Yuni right now is the fact that they gave her model a very obvious tremble. You know? They could have withheld that, but they gave it like a very obvious tremble, and I don't know, it just reminds me of like terminal patients, and you know, maybe not even terminal sometimes, who are like stuck to their beds and can't control like their bodies and stuff anymore. Like they no longer have that like autonomy, like Parkinson's patients. Like that loss of bodily control is honestly kind of terrifying.
Wait, don't tell me this is...
Yes. This is my partner, Yuni. This is what has become of her.
I know the name. She was a Nikke from your squad. But her legs...
She may look a bit different, but she's still a Nikke. These changes to her appearance were part of her punishment.
I see. And I presume the reason why we had to sign a confidentiality agreement is because this is supposed to be kept under wraps.
There's a lot of Nikke players who would have wanted a harsher punishment for Yuni. There's a lot of Nikke players who would have wanted a harsher punishment for Syuen. I'm not one of them. I think like it's easy to say a lot of things. I think it's easy to make verdicts about 2D characters from behind a keyboard and screen.
Precisely. They don't want word leaking out of these experiments with Nikkes and Raptures being merged.
I can imagine. It would be the bombshell to end all bombshells. So, she can't speak anymore?
No. That's why I asked for your help.
I understand. We'll do our best.
Leona. Leona stares into Yuni's eyes for a long time.
Hello. I'm Leona. This lion is Timmy. May I come closer?
Oh.
Mihara. I'm sorry, but can you move to the door?
Huh? Sure.
Mihara steps back. Yuni looks back at Mihara.
As I thought, Yuni can't take her eyes off you. No matter who appears or speaks to her. You seem to be her top priority.
Oh.
I am?
Yes. If you come forward again, her eyes will follow you.
Mihara steps forward again. Yuni follows Mihara with her gaze.
You're right.
This may make it a bit difficult for me to understand what Yuni is saying. The most important point in communication is a desire in both parties to convey a message to the other. Yuni, however, doesn't seem to care about anyone but you.
There's also the fact harsher punishments don't fix anything. It doesn't make the crime less likely to occur, and it doesn't fix the problems a criminal has caused. I was gonna wait till after the cutscene, but that's what I was thinking. That this doesn't address anything as far as another Yuni incident happening.
Conveying a message.
Whether it's an expression of panic, love, or any other emotion.
Because Yuni wasn't bad. Like, first meeting Yuni, she was kind of quirky, kind of weird, but she wasn't like a bad person. She was like a person who became that way. And we like kind of saw her become that way. And like that can happen with like anybody else.
If someone doesn't look at the other person and doesn't have a genuine desire to convey anything, it doesn't matter who you put in front of them. They simply won't be able to converse, regardless of any linguistic barriers.
I see.
In other words, Yuni wants to talk to you. I'd say that's a good sign, wouldn't you?
You want to talk to me, Yuni?
It might not be easy. But if you both want to talk, there is still hope. First, let's try communicating the way I talked to Timmy.
This is yet another reason the arc needs to burn. Y'all can't fight me on that. And yes, I'm not like excusing her actions. She did make a choice. She did what she did. But again, it's a matter of like follow-up. It's a matter of, okay, you punished her with this like crazy as heck punishment. What are you doing to prevent another of this like situation? You know? Nothing.
First, you have to look into each other's eyes.
How come?
There's a wealth of information contained in the eyes.
We can't see
You can
hers.
understand a lot, even without words.
Yuni.
Mihara looks at Yuni.
Can you lower your head a little bit? I want to look into your eyes.
Can you see them in her eye holes?
Maybe she doesn't understand.
Whipping is different from telling people to go and knowing that they're gonna get killed by a whole bunch of raptures. That's low-key kind of sounding like you're kink shaming, which we don't do in this chat, boo.
If it seems like your words aren't getting through, try expressing yourself with your body. Use physical touch to communicate.
Unless your kinks are weird, in which case you will be.
Physical touch.
Mihara reaches out to Yuni.
Yuni, come here.
Yuni lowers her head, bringing herself closer to Mihara.
She really approached me.
Next, cup her cheeks with your hands.
Yuni, I'm just going to touch you for a moment, okay?
Mihara cups Yuni's cheeks.
And look into her pupils.
Mihara quietly looks into Yuni's eyes, which are partially hidden behind the mask. They are fixated solely on her.
Oh my goodness. You have such beautiful eyes, Yuni.
You can see them in there?
It's a shame I couldn't see them all that well. What with them being hidden behind this mask. I should have looked closer earlier. I should have tried harder. I'm sorry, Yuni.
Yuni shakes her head desperately.
Are you saying no? Oh.
Mihara looks into Yuni's unwavering eyes.
Do you understand what I'm saying now? Have you understood everything I've been saying this whole time?
That was my guess.
I should have known earlier. There's so much to see in your eyes. I'm glad I finally got a good look at you. I feel more like I can face the world now. Yuni, could you tell me again what you've been trying to say to me all this time?
Yuni's eyes start to tremble, and she avoids Mihara's gaze.
Yuni? Is it a hard story to tell? Can you not look me in the eye while you say it?
Yuni shakes her head.
Then, could you tell me? I want to know what you're saying.
Yuni, whose eyes were wandering, cautiously looks back at Mihara.
Thank you so much for today.
You did all the work. All I did was show you the way.
I couldn't have done it without your advice. Thanks to you, I know Yuni understands what I'm saying.
I still find it funny that Timmy was like not on his 2 feet throughout all of this.
That alone is more than I could have asked for.
I'm glad I could help. So, do you have any idea what Yuni wants to say?
To be honest, I'm still not sure. However, the fact she's hesitant to speak while looking into my eyes bothers me. She has something she wants to say to me, but it feels too hard to say while looking at me. What could that be?
I feel like the obvious
Whenever
one
Timmy
would be
does that,
sorry,
it usually means he's done something wrong.
but I wonder if it's something else.
Oh, really?
Or when he wanted something but was too embarrassed to ask for it.
Want something?
One thing is for sure. The answer to this problem lies within Yuni.
And probably Mana, but she's not telling apparently.
I was thinking the same.
If you can figure out what kind of person Yuni was in the past, and what she thought of you, you'll know what it is that she wants to tell you.
You're right.
As long as you don't give up, and keep trying to understand her, Yuni will eventually be able to get through to you and convey what she wants to tell you. Fortunately, she clearly has a desire to talk to you. I'm sure you'll be able to have a conversation like before.
Oh man, I feel like this is low-key getting me in like the danger zone of Miracle Snow, not gonna lie.
Thank you. I think I have an idea of how to proceed.
Glad to hear it.
Highway to the danger zone.
Sounds like Timmy is cheering you on as well.
Thank you, Timmy.
As in you're about to tear up. I've already shed a couple tears. I was just quiet. Mihara pats Timmy's head.
Well, we ought to get going. Next time we meet, I hope to see you both talking to each other.
I'll do my best.
Leona and Timmy leave. The debate of like Yuni and what she did and like whether it's deserved and like all of that like aside, again, like losing that bodily control is like terrifying. And I don't know if it's something that's like being like underplayed by some people because of like everything else going on, but like there are some diseases that are like terrifying, right? And you know, Miracle Snow was kind of highlighting the more like Alzheimer's, dementia, like memory kind, but like things like Parkinson's and schizophrenia and like those like category of things can be like just as being in your body and not able to like communicate and having some kind of awareness of it. Like it sucks from both ends, you know? It sucks from the people trying to communicate because you're like left to wonder how much of them like are there. That's like the Mihara. But then from like the Yuni perspective, being like trapped and like locked in your own body, not being able to like move freely or speak freely, like people take that kind of stuff for like granted. And so like that's why like earlier I was like, it's effed up because yeah, like maybe like the way some people are like, I would rather like die than like go through that, you know? If like X disease gets to like this point, then like I don't want to like go through that. And yes, these are conversations that I've had with family, so I guess like I'm just like no matter what she did, this kind of tips into that inhumane like category of punishment. And maybe if it was like another character that didn't feel like as much about her actions, but like Yuni's entire story just like makes me sad, and seeing her cry the way she did like in front of Mana, like she got taken like advantage of, you know?
Yuni's past and my past. I wonder if that place is still intact.
Sorry, I'm like it could be like one of those moments of it's not that deep, you know? But I think that's just it. And it reminds me of a conversation we were having in the Discord like literally a couple days ago about like character deaths in this game, right? And how like character deaths in this game have some people like on the fence of like characters not staying dead and no stakes and all of that. I like this right here. This right here goes on like the list of examples of how like a character doesn't need to die, you know, for some of the moments to really drive you into a state of like, ah, damn. Thank you, Podman, for the tears. Deaths don't need to happen in Nikke. Yeah, like the Miracle Snow with Anne and this situation with Yuni. I know some people mentioned that the Arc Hero was like a forgettable event for them with Trony and stuff. The Arc Hero might be like one of my favorite events. Like if we were to like take away events that were like, you know, anniversaries, because I feel like everybody has those in their top category, like the Arc Hero with Trony's struggle. That was another one that like really got me, because that was she isolated herself and stuff, and like getting the Boomsday reference, like getting the Boomsday part of the lore on like why she like isolated does like kind of shift the reasoning behind it like a little bit. But I remember when I first did that like event, it was like it felt like those events and Trony's struggle was like a highlight on like social anxiety and like that fear of like going outside and interacting with people, like, and all of that, and like Trony represented that. And like humans, as much as we can be neat and be, you know, I love staying inside and all of that, like we are social creatures. But yeah, that one also made me like cry a bit. Because like it's the mental stuff that'll always get me, whether it's because of stuff I've experienced for myself or things that have like hit close to home with family or friends or whatever. Like Nikke does a really good job of exploring all of those things. Not just exploring them, but exploring them in a way that isn't disrespectful, I guess. Like there's a lot of times when a story can like depict an anxious character and they go with like the stereotypes of it, but they don't actually hone in on the feelings behind it. And I think that's what Nikke does really well, is that they don't just do the stereotypes of like what characters are going through. Like they really go into like the narration, the inner monologues of like why and how they feel this way, and what it feels like to be on either side of the struggle. It's so hard when you see a glimpse of yourself in a character and then see them paraded as worse than Satan by some people. Makes me scared to come out with my issues, sheltering them and making it worse. That's another way to see it too. Is sometimes when you see yourself in a character, especially if the character is going through like a certain issue, and if they're depicted in like a silly way, then yeah, it makes you think like, is this issue a joke? ? And I feel like Nikke does a good job about not portraying those kinds of things as jokes. People might not like relate to it, and so like it might go over their heads or they might not like connect to it. But like, I guess that's better, question mark, than the alternative of them actually like seeing it and choosing to go, that's a joke, haha, funny.
The Wardress squad. In the wake of Project Matisse, Syuen, the Macillus Industry CEO, created Nikke's harnessing her unique technology. Having failed to measure up to the feats accomplished by her predecessors, she intended for the Nikkes from Project Wardress to establish her as a force to be reckoned with in the field of Nikke development. Mihara and Yuni.
Is that saying that they were her first main squad? Or just one of them?
The Wardress squad, consisting of 2 Nikkes, was initiated with the success of Matisse in mind.
As in, if Matisse did well?
Aiming to eliminate heretics. The project also intended to develop Nikkes which specialized in taking down raptures.
As in, Matisse did so good that they wanted a second. Okay.
However, the Wardress squad's abilities failed to meet expectations. Their attempts to eliminate their first target, the raptured Chatterbox, were unsuccessful, and their missions often resulted in failure.
I mean, having Chatterbox as like one of your first targets is like horribly atrocious luck.
Furthermore, it was revealed Syuen had a commander
Bruh, it was Chatterbox,
carrying out illegal
exactly.
jobs for her. As a result, Yuni and Mihara were to be subjected to a memory wipe. Eventually, the project became more of a burden than a blessing, and something that was to be kept from the outside world.
Oh, that's me. They're talking about me. I was like, wait, I'm the commander that was carrying out the illegal missions. Ah, damn. I was like, who the hell does she have doing illegal jobs? That's sus. Oh, wait a minute.
Within Macillus, it came to be known as Syuen's Folly.
The one brain cell finally showed up for work. Well, I was confused for a second. On like, is this chronicling like from our time or like right before? If anything, it makes it worse. It makes it worse that like we and Wardress like essentially got our starts like around the same time. And look what happened to us versus look what happened to them. You know? Mihara stops in front of a door inside the Macillus Research Institute. Mihara looks at the nameplate on the door.
Yuni.
Mihara opens the door. Mihara looks around Yuni's room.
I knew it.
The simple room is outfitted with the bare essentials. A desk, an open wardrobe, a bare mattress, drawers, some empty boxes, and a trash can. Everything else has disappeared.
Everything has been disposed of.
Rude.
They took everything for reference, and she's a criminal. What's left?
Like going into your first boxing match and you find out your opponent is a talking gorilla. Mihara looks into the trash can.
Just trash. Hmm?
Amongst the refuse, she catches a glimpse of a torn remnant from a photo.
A photo?
Mihara picks up the piece of the photo. In the torn photo, Mihara is shown smiling. She has her hand on someone's shoulder. Mihara pours out the contents of the trash can onto the desk. Amongst the scattered trash, she finds more pieces of the photo. The fact that there was once a time where Syuen smiled with them. Mihara gathers the torn fragments and attempts to piece them together.
Is this Syuen?
Does she blame them both? In the completed photo, Mihara stands behind Syuen and a girl with pink hair. Mihara is smiling and has her hand on the pink-haired girl's shoulder.
I recognize this pink hair. My head... it hurts.
Does she not? Wait.
Do we really need to take this? The team said it needed to be taken for...
Nar.
He's right. The PR team requested it. They said they would use it for an article later.
What kind of article?
Basilis's new CEO, Syuen, finally perfects independent Nikke manufacturing technology. That's what they were thinking for the title.
It's a good one.
The PR team is really going all out this time around. Syuen, can you help us out?
Fine, I'll do it.
Me, come here.
Can't stand...
Nar. Wait, her like mind wipe is like that? That hard of a factory reset?
Of course. Come here. You stand next to Syuen?
Don't just stand there like a bunch of idiots. Stand up straight for the picture. You're Nikke's that I created personally. I can't have you going around looking foolish.
Okay, Syuen.
Great.
Besides basic human functions, everything except their ability to fight and use their abilities.
You photo together. I'm happy. It's a day.
Yuni.
Isn't Mihara?
Oh.
This memory.
Mihara looks at the photo again.
It's Yuni.
They said they cleared everything. But there are still photos left.
I'm keeping my scraps, Mana. You can fight me for them.
Mana?
What brings you here?
Once again, like, seeing how we ended up from the same incident versus seeing how they ended up.
The fact you've come to Yuni's room tells me you want to know more about Yuni and me. Is that right?
Is that what you think?
Yes.
You should have been able to glean information about your past from the data, right?
I didn't expect it to contain everything. Especially stories pertaining to a convicted criminal like Yuni. Certainly at least those would be omitted, right?
That's right. A newly manufactured Nikke cannot have sympathy for criminals or be otherwise influenced by their ideology. Especially in light of the fact you were suspected of being Yuni's accomplice. They would have been extra vigilant about erasing such information.
That's why I came here. I hoped to find something in Yuni's old room that could tell me more about her. But there's nothing except this photo.
There's hardly any reason for them to leave a criminal's belongings intact.
So, Anna, could you tell me about us?
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Fine. Then why did Yuni do what she did?
I can't tell you.
Why did she shoot Syuen?
I can't tell you.
If she just had that memory with all of them smiling together, including Syuen, she must be going through it from like a how did we get from A to B? How did we get from this picture to this situation?
Okay, so I can't ask about anything related to the attack. Then, can I ask about Syuen?
What about her?
Did Syuen hate us? I heard we were always together.
Oh.
Did she keep us close simply so she could hurl abuses our way?
Uh-huh.
Because we were failures?
I don't know. Only Syuen would know what Syuen was thinking.
The long question of yes? I don't know. Now that she put the question out there, I'm curious. I'm curious on if it's a like because of that versus possibly protecting them, like keeping them close to protect them kind of way. I wouldn't be surprised if the arc like won it worse for them after everything that happened. Like Syuen just a lot of the things she's done so far gives me very like there's more than one reason behind her actions. Contrary to what some people say. Some people, their answers to all of these things would be like, yes, because she hates them. Yes, because she can't stand Nikke's. Yes, like I feel like she has a lot of reasons behind like every choice she makes.
I suppose you're right. Maybe I should go find her then.
And I know she would be Syuen when she was frustrated. That's why I'm not like saying either or. Like, I'm curious on if it's like a little bit of both.
Mihara.
Sorry. I went too far, I know. But I hope you understand how desperate I am.
Why are you so curious?
Why? At first, it was in hopes of making our communication a little smoother, for the sake of these upcoming missions. But as I met with Yuni day after day, I found myself becoming curious. I wondered what kind of person Yuni was.
She was a Nikke in the same squad as yourself. She committed a terrorist act, and mistakenly shot you in the head when her intended target was Syuen. What more is there to know?
It's just... Yuni seems to desperately be trying to tell me something.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I bet you know, mana!
Coo.
You're low-key pissing me off right now.
She's always making this sound. Every time she sees me, she'll look me right in the eyes and make that sound. At first, I thought it was just her moaning. But once I looked into her eyes, I knew it was something else. She's trying to tell me something. She's given me that same intense stare day after day. Isn't it natural for me to wonder what she's saying? Mana, I'm not denying that. Yuni carried out that attack. I know she killed numerous people. I know she shot me while attempting to kill Syuen. I'm not even asking to be able to communicate back and forth with her. I only want to know what she's trying to say to me. That's all I want to know. That one desperate sentence. Even though she's lost her ability to speak, after being fused with a rapture and having her nymph reinstalled, she's still urgently trying to tell me something. And I want to know what it is. Even if everyone else doesn't listen. I feel like I have to. I feel like I must hear it.
Mihara bows to Mana.
Just this once. Won't you help me?
The fact that they both did the same thing.
Please.
You sound like she did. Technically speaking, no records pertaining to criminals can be passed on to others. We must leave no room for potential bad influences. No matter how many times you ask me, I can't tell you anything.
I see.
However,
Mana takes out a USB from her pocket.
this video, filmed under my supervision, has been determined to be meaningless, as it contains no information related to the terrorist act. Therefore, I will dispose of it right here and now.
Mana throws the USB into the empty trash can.
This is just meaningless trash. And given that this is a criminal's living space, not even extraneous trash should be left unattended. So, you should dispose of it.
Mana.
That's what I wanted Ingrid to do with what she wouldn't tell us. But she wouldn't even do that much. She sent us to the surface.
What are you waiting for? Go take out the trash.
Thank you.
Go, quickly. Before I take out the trash myself.
I will. Thank you. Really.
Mihara leaves with the USB in hand.
The sentence she's trying to say.
She knows what it is. I feel like this entire story is just like a big experience of, I know she did this. I'm not excusing this, but I know so-and-so acted like this. I'm not excusing that, but like, it's just a whole bunch of like recognizing things that people did. But there's this huge but, you know, at the end of all the sentences of, it still don't feel good. It still don't feel good to watch.
Can I say it now?
It's like watching murder documents and not feeling much in a way. I feel like, I don't know. I'm weird like that. I'm one of those weirdos who like, I go to sleep. I can go to sleep like listening and watching true crime and like IRL messed up things. But then the stuff like this will have me in tears and messed up. I say that like the true crime doesn't affect me, but then I get scared of going outside, and I'm like I'm also the type of person that like if I go into like a Costco or a Sam's Club or something, I'm like, oh my god, what if these huge pallets fall on me today? You know, like my level of anxiety for the world. My level of anxiety for the world and everything in it is immense. I can't watch true crime for too long because it hurts my head thinking about how that stuff can happen. Oh yeah. It's like I consume it. I consume it thinking that I'm disassociated. And then I go out into the world and I'm like, you know, there's a lot of things that can happen out here.
Is that what you wanted to say so badly?
Oh my gosh, they're gonna skip over it. They're gonna skip over it, and I still don't know.
No, I haven't said it yet.
Oh my gosh, I'm just saying.
Then hurry up. We need to go soon.
Yes, I understand. Mihara? Mihara.
Yuni, please. Yuni, please.
Is that all you have to say?
Oh my gosh, Mana, give her a second.
No! That's not what I want to say. What I want to say is that, no. If I had to say one sentence, does your,
That's enough. We don't have time for this.
Wait a moment. I understand. I'll say it now.
She can't think under pressure. I feel you.
You've got 1 minute. Then we need to go.
I understand.
Yuni lowers her head, then raises it back up and looks hesitantly into the camera.
Mihara.
Oh my god, I knew it. I was like, they're not gonna give it to me. They're not gonna give it to me. Are you gonna say you love her? It's obviously not sorry, since you started to say it and then you stopped yourself. Yuni raises her head and looks at the door.
Yuni.
Mihara walks towards Yuni.
Can we talk one more time?
They're really laying it on thick with the sound effects during this.
Can you tell me that sentence? The one you wanted to say to me. Can you tell me one more time?
Yuni lowers her head, then raises it back up and looks hesitantly at Mihara.
Mihara, does your head still hurt?
Oh. So that was what you wanted to say. This was what you wanted to ask me?
Cuckoo?
That's what you've been saying all this time. That single question.
Mihara hugs Yuni tightly. Oh my gosh. Not the art.
It's okay. It doesn't hurt. My head doesn't hurt at all.
But her heart hella does.
You don't have to be sorry. I'm not in pain anymore.
It's the fact that she used her only shot, you know, at saying something to be like entirely selfless, to be like sorry and I love you, like those are still like towards yourself in a way, like your own feelings about something. Her not even like wanting any of that, and it's just, does your like head hurt? It's like Leona was saying, how like she's so focused in on Mihara, like tears start flowing from Yuni's eyes. In an interview that Baldman had, he touched up on Wardress specifically. The reason why this question was as important is because Yuni felt guilt of eliciting pain on Mihara without her consent. Baldman said that the mutual consent and support is the theme of Wardress.
Yuni.
Mihara carefully cups Yuni's cheeks.
Every time I see you and speak with you, my heart aches. This pain in my heart tells me that my past self is still alive. It tells me that I haven't forgotten my memories with you. So... you didn't kill Mihara. I forgive you. Your other crimes are serious. You may never be forgiven for them, no matter what punishment you receive. But as for what you did to me, I can forgive you. I will forgive you.
Please stop giving us your strongest battles. We aren't that strong. I didn't even know I enlisted. This was a draft that I didn't sign up for.
Yuni, seeing me must have been painful for you. It must have hurt. Yes. We will feel alive by causing each other pain.
You enlisted the moment you started Nikke, girly. Don't even start with me. Don't even start with me. That was the most hee hee ha ha moment. That was the most hee hee ha ha. Let's try this out moment when it came to a game.
Even though we've lost our words and forgotten our memories, by seeing each other and feeling the pain, we will get through this together and atone for what we did.
The fact that she said that we will atone.
Who is it?
It's Mihara.
What?
I have something to tell you.
You? How did you get in here?
I wanted to see your face with my own eyes. I came here to ask for a favor.
I don't have time for the likes of you! Get out!
Do you dislike seeing me too?
Of course I do. What makes you think you're any different? You're the same as that pathetic heap of junk. I shouldn't have created either of you in the first place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be in this mess. Oh, my head's killing me.
I thought perhaps the fact that I'd taken a bullet for you would warm you up to me somewhat. But apparently, I was wrong.
What is this? You want a reward or something? If you hadn't swapped senses with me and gotten yourself shot in the head in the first place... my head...
That's a higher power, Syuen. That's a higher power squeezing your head, telling you to shut the hell up.
Calm down, Syuen. I'm not here to ask for a reward.
Then what is it?
Please put a necklace like Yuni's around my neck.
Oh my god.
Necklace? You mean that restraining device?
Yes, that's right.
Did that memory wipe knock a few screws loose or something? Do you have any idea what that restraint is?
I know what it is. It's a bomb.
And you still want it?
Yes. Can you make it so that if Yuni's bomb goes off, mine does as well?
Oh my gosh. Not them being like, we're tired. We're tired of like all these things happening to us separately. Mihara, Yuni, like, they're like, we're gonna do it together this time.
What?
Of course, the reverse can also be true. If mine goes off, so will Yuni's.
Are you crazy? I heard they had to reconstruct half your brain because it'd been blown off. Is your mind really that messed up?
It might seem that way. But I'm serious. This is my last wish.
The way I just got goosebumps right now, because I saw the "Till Death Do Us Part" in chat, and like, oh my gosh, it probably isn't, but like, the first mental image I got was like "Till Death Do Us Part." They're getting married, wedding dresses. Oh my god, their effing name is called Wardress. Like, the way the squad name hits differently.
Please, Syuen.
Who'd have thought? Such endearing friendship between two rust buckets.
Friendship. They were roommates.
You want to die that badly, huh? Fine. Go die with that monster while on a mission.
My god, they were roommates.
It was stupid of me to drag dead weight like you two around. I should have turned you into monsters earlier and left you on the surface forever. Then, I at least could have gotten some use out of you.
Syuen, you really sound like you're like lashing out right now.
Fine then. Put on the bomb necklaces and die together!
Like, this is the most like sad, morbid wedding. You know? They're getting married. Syuen is like their priest, marrying them off to each other. Like,
you're nothing but a blemish on my reputation. Trash, not even capable of being proper Nikkes.
Syuen officiating the wedding. Honestly, like,
stupid scrap metal. How dare you point a gun at me after I imbued you with so many abilities? How dare you? I created you!
it's okay to cry, Syuen. Oh my gosh, it actually is. I low-key wasn't sure if she would.
Syuen.
Fine. I'll grant your wish. You can fulfill your purpose and die. Don't let me see your face. Ever again. Understand?
Yes. I won't.
Since the immense pain and I created you. I feel like she basically had like that similar... She said something similar to Laplace when Laplace like stood against her.
Now get out. I don't want to see you anymore.
Syuen.
Didn't you hear me?
Syuen makes eye contact with Mihara.
Thank you for everything.
Oh my god.
Really.
What? Did your memory come back?
No. I don't have my old memories.
Then what are you thanking me for?
I don't know the reason, but when I think about not being able to see you again, I feel a bit sad.
What?
To me, you're not such a bad person.
Oh my god. Syuen, like, every moment I spend with you is painful, but I'm into it. Syuen is like, you know, to have one friend. You know, I think one of the big reasons I like pick into Syuen as much as I do, right? Is that like not everybody can have a relationship like Grave to Cindy, or like Ingrid to her Nikke's, or Mustang to his, you know? Syuen, like, she's not the best person, but the way, like, I kept catching glimpses of her, like, things she would say to Matisse, to Wardress, like right now, like I feel like in a way Syuen might honestly just be like a representation. I feel like there's more to it, but if we're looking at like a familial tie to it's like how the CEOs treat their Nikkes, and like Syuen low-key is honestly kind of a reflection of like how some familial relationships, like they're not like that happy, supportive, what you would hope for, you know? Like it's that weird kind of toxic, tough love. They're not healthy. They're not like good, but like they exist, you know? They exist, and that like those relationships are like how some people have to like navigate through life. I don't know.
I guess it's like one of those things where I know, like, for myself, I've definitely like found, like, growing up, there were moments when it's like you see healthy relationships around you between family. And when you don't have that, I think that's I think I think that's probably why I can't use the word hate when it comes to Syuen, because I've seen multiple people that honestly are similar, and yeah, they didn't grow up in like healthy environments, and it's a cliche, you know? It's a cliche of hurt people hurt people. And I feel like Syuen's like a representation of that. But there's like a part of her that, at least when it comes to like the squads closest to her, you know, they might very well be the only closest source of affection she's ever experienced, like, in her life, is the vibe that I get. But yeah, I think, like I said, Syuen is like a case in hurt people, and I don't think she's ever experienced affection herself, based on the glimpses of Matisse we've seen. And, you know, Ingrid had her mom moments with her Nikkes, and we've seen other characters have like mom moments with their Nikkes, and Syuen's like, I think she takes that tough love to like a toxic extreme, you know, to where, like, if this was like a real life situation, like, you probably would be a child wondering, stop, wait. It's the way Mihara actually does ask it. You would, as like a child, like, ask yourself, like, does my like mom even like me? Oh, Bob, I hate you sometimes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. She does ask, does Syuen hate us? Like,
The Wardress squad may no longer be your pride and joy. But we will fulfill the mission for which we were born, even if it costs us our lives. That is the path Yuni and I must take to atone.
Get out.
Syuen turns her back.
Take care, Syuen.
Mihara leaves.
Just because things went wrong once, you think you can tell me what to do? thank you for everything? You don't even have any memories. Talking about feelings without memories. Scrap metal. Scrap metal. You think anything will change if you're gone? I don't need refuse like you around. I said I don't need you! I...
Syuen looks back. No one is there.
It's nothing. Just no good scrap. It left just like I told it to. That's all. That's all. My head hurts. It hurts.
I feel like it's a little bit more than your head. But I kind of like the way, because it's Syuen and she's stubborn, you know? She won't admit to heartache. And so like this headache of hers is a really good alternative for the writers to like lean on to potentially represent heartache. I don't think she's talking about the face value pain. Yeah.
It hurts.
Especially because like at this point in time, Laplace has already like churned around to her once and like walked out on her once, and now Wardress has like walked out on her once. Like she's very much defensive turtle, trying to block out the pain as best she can by like acting like she doesn't care about anybody, and like pushing others away and getting her like in this position of being like utterly alone. It's this is kind of on theme. This is kind of on theme with the current event in the current Eva event. One of the themes in Eva is how, and they mention it a couple different times in the series, is how they compare Shinji to like the hedgehog theory, or like the hedgehog something, but it essentially is like how hedgehogs dilemma. Yes, hedgehog dilemma. And it's essentially how like, because hedgehogs are like spiky, pointy, they can't like get close to each other, because like getting close to each other would put them like in danger of getting hurt. And that's like one of Shinji's like dilemmas in the show, is pushing others away and getting like opening up emotionally to like other people. And I definitely feel like that is reflected in Syuen's character, where she's probably been through things growing up again in like Missalus, that she doesn't believe that she can get close to people without getting hurt. And so like she lashes out and stuff like the way she does. And I just find her like a really emotionally fascinating character. That line delivery was the only time in Nikke I've had a solid tear, not teary eyes, go down my face. Must be nice. me, every other event, every other thing I do. Chat.
Mihara,
Yes.
open your eyes. Can you see clearly?
Yes, I can.
Who am I?
What did we just do? What just happened? I love to hate on Syuen, but I never truly hated her, if that makes sense, because of this and the Christmas event. The Christmas event was definitely like one of the first glimpses.
Someone I'm grateful to know.
Answer properly.
Mana.
Someone I'm grateful to know. She doesn't have her purple.
Vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch are all normal?
Yes, everything is normal.
Did she have to get a funky? Was it not just putting a collar on her?
Okay, no issues. Come down.
Mihara steps off the examination table.
We installed the restraining necklace you requested.
Jesus! Oh my god, shift up. Shift up really said, okay. I know we got you emotionally. I know we got you really emotional this entire event. So here's a little treat. Here's a little treat for surviving this long. You're welcome. Holy. Shift it up. Oh my gosh. Mihara. I felt that exclamation. We know you've been asking for SSR Mihara. Me! I was one of them! Oh my gosh. Wait, there's a necklace? We installed this restraining necklace you requested. That's crazy. It has the heart. It has the same heart. Oh. Stop it. Her whip wraps around her. Her whip wraps around her, chat. It's so snug.
And swapped your body for another.
Why did she need a body swap? Not that I'm complaining. I'm absolutely not. I'm just curious.
No wonder I feel different.
That's crazy. That's crazy how they made Mihara of all people. Spicier than what she already was. Skeleton hands? What skeleton? Oh my gosh. Can I be skeleton hands? Do you need help with those, sweetie? Do you need support? Ma'am, I got you.
It wasn't the necklace, but the body replacement.
Uh-huh.
What's the reason for the swap?
It was requested by Syuen.
Syuen.
She said she had no use for it, so you could have it.
How long were you holding on to this, Syuen?
Where did it come from?
It was a body prepared to replace yours after your first mission.
Her first mission?
After taking promotional photos with you, Syuen wanted to make you look stronger. She planned to use this body when announcing Project Wardress.
Oh.
But since we failed to take down Chatterbox, there never was a public announcement, rendering this body useless.
Oh.
That's right.
It was meant for when they came back successful. She had no doubt in them. It's the fact that she didn't throw it away.
It may be later than intended, but I'll still make good use of it.
There's an You're so right. You're so right. Yuni body? Yuni body? Question mark, question mark? Please? Yuni?
Tell Syuen I said thank you.
I will. One last thing. The necklace you're wearing must be swapped periodically for a new one, just like Yuni's.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget to come along with Yuni regularly to get a new one installed. As per your request, if either of you misses the deadline to have a new one installed, both will explode.
That's terrifying. That is such a terrifying situation to be in. Like, it just sets up a situation where, like, they potentially get stuck somewhere. Or, like,
Living a life with bombs around our necks. Sounds kind of thrilling.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Just kidding.
But she chose that, so oh well. It's not oh well. It's not about that. It's not about just oh well, she chose that. Like, no. It's about the story implications. And there's the story implication of, like, you can't miss a deadline or an appointment. Like, that's just setup. That's just set up for, like, we need to get there in time, or else this thing goes boom. Who knows what what could be happening in the story that could prevent them. Knowing our luck as the commander, we're gonna be right next by them. We're gonna be in between both of them, like in an elevator. Who knows?
I'll come on time.
Bad things happen on elevators.
I intend to live well and long with Yuni, so that she can atone for her sins.
May I ask you one thing?
Sure.
Why are you doing all this? I knew you had a deep bond. But I still don't understand this.
Do you mean this necklace?
Yes.
Their name is Wardress. They are married. They are literally a squad that is, like, officially canon YURI marriage. Like, what do you not?
I don't understand this compulsion to die together. Why are you going through all this for someone who shot you in the head?
No.
Because I heard that desperate plea.
Oh.
A poor child who is unable to get along with others was desperately begging for my forgiveness.
Oh.
If she's to spend her life begging for forgiveness, I don't want her doing it alone.
Oh.
That's all.
I see. Thank you for your answer.
Thank you for listening to me.
Does she have anything in the back?
does. I wonder if it's just like an exact reflection of the front, just like one of these, but in the back. We're gonna have to wait for the full unit to find that out. We gotta add her. We gotta add her to our sheer comparison list.
See you next time, Anna.
Yes. Take care.
Yuni, look ahead.
Her hair will block the view. It depends. Nikke's funny about that. Sometimes hair blocks the view, and sometimes they have it parted just so. They're on their first mission.
It's the surface.
No, the music. The music.
It's my first time. But it's also been a long time for you, right? Don't you remember?
Yuni tilts her head.
Your memory seems a bit foggy.
Yuni stares blankly at the ground underneath her.
Yuni, it's the surface.
Oh?
This is where we prove ourselves.
Oh my gosh. You can't just end it without one more 1-2.
Let's take down Chatterbox and make Syuen happy. Yuni? Are you okay?
Chatterbox just got 2 more baddies. 2 more baddies after his ass. Oh my gosh. I already know Snow White's gonna be flipping her lid when she finds out.
It's all a bit intimidating, isn't it? It's okay. I'll always be by your side.
Oh. It's the highlights for me. It's the highlights in the perfect spots. I'm sorry.
Finding a rare rapture within a month.
She's blushing.
That will be our first goal. Shall we?
Yuni and Mihara walk forward. Although they walk in matching steps, like before, this time it is different from before. Wordless end. Oh my gosh, it comes with a freaking bonding frame. Even if the language and memories are lost, the bond in our hearts will remain intertwined, much like an unbreakable chain, so that we will never part again. Stop it, they gave us their wedding ring. They gave us their wedding ring. What is this? What is this? Shift up! Why are these side stories so good? Why are these side stories so good? Holy. Like, I feel like after experiencing Second Affection and now Wordless, I think I'm just gonna live in perpetual, fear. I'm just gonna, live in perpetual fear of side stories. Because both of them hit in the emotional, we're gonna get in our feels today. During chapter 24, my biggest fear my biggest fear was like what they would do to Yuni, because she was in such a like vulnerable position, right? She was in such a vulnerable position to be taken advantage of. And because she was also like a dispendable person as far as what she knew and what she could potentially offer the arc, like if they kept her alive or whatever, I was like terrified of what her punishment would be. And I feel like that kind of, I don't even know. Ninja onions? Onions got layers?
Will you join me, subordinate?
It hurts. It was interesting seeing how many different ways they use like different emotional or different like ray. They use different means of pain to like represent like heartache, you know? If Commander ever finds out about Yuni, they may go on a warpath. I don't know. Maybe. I think they would be upset about it, but depending on what else is going on, might be like a temporary upsetness. I think that's always been the problem with Wardress, is that there's been so many other things going on that take our attention that it's just like, oh, right. My bad. You think Commander will just make empty promises and move on with his life? No, I think it'll get him. I think especially after what happened with Viper.
Will you join me, subordinate?
He already didn't like the callers. I think seeing what happened to Yuni and Mihara and seeing that they have like bomb collars would definitely make him feel some type of way. But like how much it gets addressed in the moment would depend on what else is going on. You think the commander would at least try to help Yuni out this time? I mean, that's the thing, is that like, I'm not really sure how much she's in a position to be helped right now, right? Like, this is her punishment that she's been given. And that's kind of it. Like, there's not really a get her an actual body.
Me, subordinate?
You know? Like, I don't think we'll be okay with what happened to Yuni. No, definitely not. He won't be okay with it. Like, I think he'll be upset. But like, again, how much help could he really give? Kind of depends. Feeling bad and taking action with that feeling are different things. The commander isn't in the position. Yeah, no. He really did try it too. He really did try to say like, I've gotten a promotion, or like I've gotten more power than I used to. I'll be able to help. It's like, can you? Powers that be kind of seem like they're also up to things. And it's to be determined on how much you can actually go against them.